Alright, we got some rotations. Kind of running backwards. We still got a little bit on the valve, so we gotta have that drop down. I'm gonna hit a little bit of carb cleaner and knock off some walls. We'll introduce a little more fluid. You know, rolling it backwards isn't the greatest thing because the timing could, you know, it could skip cam chain tensioner, all those issues there with that. If you've seen the series with the whole R6 breakdown timing thing, then you know it's a bitch. So we're gonna go ahead and roll it forward and try to get at least 2 full rotations out of it. I put it in 6th gear. Get my towel. A little easier. Pretty easy. Good. All the valves are clear now. There's no liquid sitting on top of them. So they started to move. All the valves moved. I'm going to show you here. Get down in there. There is a glisten from the oil, but there's nothing pulling anymore. So everything moved. And we could actually begin to go into some normal stuff, you know. Electrically, I don't even know anything about the bike. I mean, the starter turned. Starter turned. They locked the motor up because it was just vapor locked with gas was sitting down in there. Yeah, I don't even know exactly what the electrical situation's like. Did a fire the motor. I don't even know if these work, the coils, but I got another R6. I got 3 R6s, so I got parts for days for this shit. But I'd like to use a donor set of carbs and try to start this fucker tonight. We'll drain the oil next and we'll see what the hell the oil looks like. Yeah, it's gonna look like just shitty dead oil, bad destroyed oil. You know what that's like. Well, maybe you don't, but let me tell you, it ain't Mobile 1 coming out of this fucker. We're gonna drain this down and then we're gonna come back to it, and if I have some carbs on it, we'll try to fire it. And then we'll go on to the mechanics with the chain, all the drivetrain shit, brakes, that exhaust gotta go. The fairings, this is going to become the white bike. I'm going to take all my shit off the white, put it on this. The black's going to be repainted and put on the other bike, and then that other bike's out of here. So I'll have this bike with the white fairings on it. We'll keep the black R6 and the white R6, and we'll sell the brown one. And then we'll start working on the 08 GX Gixxer. See if we can't do something with that. Alright. We'll take a look at this oil. See what we got. Cream, because we're definitely gonna. Maybe we don't get moisture. I just want liquidy, like, you know, not so much root beer. You know, gassy mixture from just the carbs leaking and someone trying to start it over the, you know, years here. I don't know. We'll see what we get. You know, if we get a bunch of white shit, like a majority of it's white, that sucks, you know, that's moisture. And then we gotta look into the radiator, all kinds of other crap. What we do want, we want to see broke down nasty ass oil. There we go. It's probably been a long fucking time for this bike. Black, but consistent. That's good. Black and consistent. you know, thick consistency. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, that's good, dude. We could have ran it with that oil, actually. I mean, obviously the top end had to be wet first, and the oil pump wasn't enough to get it there, so we helped it. We'll turn the motor, add some more oil. Hopefully when we turn it over again, the oil pump does its thing without taking the oil pan off and taking the pickup out and all that shit. Because that's what we should do right now, but I'm going to try to start it tonight. Because I feel pretty confident in this. So I'll come back to it when I get some gas or carbs on it. Some type of carburetor. I got a half clean pair and I got a pair on the other bike, so I can take the other one off. The other bike that I know is clean. For a running bike. Put the battery in, let the fucking fuel pump dump all its gas onto the bike, or into a rag, or into a cup, or whatever. Actually, I can take the pan out and slide the lower pan in its place, and I'll drop the bike. Get the rest of it out. There we go. I'll take the rest out. Being that this thing locked up, do not try to start it with the starter to flush shit out. We'll just do it while driving, and we'll do an oil change, you know, in 100 miles or 50 miles or whatever. Alright, I got a set of R6 carbs I just pulled. Well, I didn't pull them, they were actually sitting in here. That was the original brown bike from way back. Carbs. I can't remember the deal with them. I don't know how they're shinned, I don't have a clue. I can't take the white bike apart yet, but what I could do is take the white gas tank off the bike and use it. I could use it as a fuel source. So I can't remember the condition of these carbs. They feel pretty good. They were running, but I remember we had issues with this carburetor. We're gonna slam it on anyway. From the gas tank, the old gas tank, carb cleaner. Oh, don't worry, we need carb cleaner everywhere. Full, right? That's disgusting. Turn it on. We'll let the thing do it. The relay works. Just evil. There's initial pulse. It's trying to find full, but it can't because there's no pressure, so it's just shutting down. It's like an initial burst, but it's going to help the fuel pump out. Do it again. Turn it off. Turn it on. Look at that, dude. Because I want to put clean carbs on here, and it's going to be like, I should put a full, like just a test bottle. I was going to come on when I had the carbs on so you guys could see it, but this is something you guys are going to have to do anyway. Full of that. Okay, so that's carb cleaner in there. And it's dripping everywhere, overflow. clear a couple more times. You know, if you're spending a few bucks on oil and say 4 or 5 for the bike with a blown motor they think, or whatever the fuck they think, I don't even care, or whatever you're doing, spend the money on all the crap like this. Waste it. Just waste it. Spray it everywhere, you know? Oh, I lost my thing. Alright, it's full. Just blast it. You can take the fuel pump off and do all this stuff too, but what's happening is it's hitting an inline filter. Well, I think there's an inline filter. I know there's one in the tank, but mine is clean on my tank. See, it's turned into a color we could deal with. Could take it off. So we could do with that color. That's enough at this point. Alright, we just put the oil in. And we're going to turn this bitch a little bit. And I'm full on my dipstick, but it's going to go down once I turn this motor. Oh, let me back you up so you can see what the hell's up. It should turn very free, very easy. Fresh oil. The first in 4 years. Happy, happy, happy. I do feel something, but it feels like brake rotors to me. The rear brake rotor. That's probably what it is. So we're gonna put the carbs on and get a gas source to it, and it's going to be a rough start, but it will start, hopefully. And if it fucking locks up, then you get to see an R6 motor blow up. Alright, let's knock some air off. Alright, we're going to wet the carbs up like usual and see what we got here with this. I don't know. Old carbs.